Bourbonnight live. Oh wait, there we go. I thought my head was cut off, but the window was
like,
open.
what are you doing?
Like, it's Bourbonnight live. How is everyone?
Why are you
We're okay.
shrinking away? So weird.
Oh, Windows. Okay. How is everyone doing on this beautiful,
Good,
hot Sunday? Summer Sunday?
It was hot, says me as I wear this hoodie.
Yeah.
It's cold where we are. Been outside all day. Got a little sunburn.
Mm.
Hence hat. Hat hair.
Hat.
It's hat hair.
Speaking of hat.
But I got to wear my new hat.
Oh.
My new Drink More Bourbon hat. So
Say what?
that was nice. Yeah, I have a Castle and Key hat. It's this exact make and model.
Uh-huh.
And I loved it so much. I was like, I want this hat. Exactly.
Yeah, I love how the two hats we put out so far have just been exact
Replicas.
models of the hats that we were wearing beforehand.
It should be a compliment to them. We have another
Yeah.
one coming. It should be here in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. WhiskeyAmbitions.com. Also, the shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh, look at that.
The Angel Share bar.
There's something in the air.
There's something in the air.
I wish it was a real place, and maybe it will be one day.
Maybe. we got
knows?
the
I think we did it in the wrong
proof of
order. I
concept.
think you're supposed to have the bar and then make the shirts. Instead,
Nah.
we did the shirts and then hopeful maybe one day.
Nah. I love this. Edward says he's full of beer and old Carter.
Nice.
That's a good way. It's a good way to start.
Good mix.
We got some heavy hitters here tonight.
I'm excited.
Sort of some prestige worldwide here on the table. We're gonna start out with what I would call the headliner. That's the Old Forester 117 series. It's the Warehouse K barrels. Very lucky to have gotten this bottle. Didn't think that would
I didn't
happen.
think we were gonna get it. We were actually not in the area the day that it got released at the distillery, and then we saw the Instagram posts of the line wrapping all the way around down Main Street in Louisville, and we were like, well, I guess we'll never see that one.
Right.
And then we just got lucky.
It happens sometimes.
I'm sure people out there probably hate us for that, which is fine.
Well,
We just got lucky. I don't know. We're very fortunate.
You do it enough times, and
Yeah. I think I've also been vocal about wanting this, so
right.
I am very
Put it out
excited.
there. Put it out there.
I put it out there into the universe. And I
Yeah.
put it on my mood board. Is what I did. I put it on my dream board.
Yeah.
And then it came true.
Yeah.
So I think you should do that too. All right.
Before we get into it, we have one what's new.
But I want to.
Tony Joey Bag of Donuts.
Yes.
We have some lovelies
Some samples.
from some different stuff that we'll have to break into. Maybe make it a theme episode here. But I mean, there's some Woodinville stuff in here, some stuff that we recognize, and then some stuff that we don't. So that's always fun. So
that's always fun.
thank you to he.
Thank you.
I don't know if I haven't
Thank
seen
you
him.
to he.
Thank you to he. I don't know if he's in the chat.
I'm not sure
But
at
thank
this
you.
moment.
If you're watching the replay and you want to skip around to these different things,
And you've made it this far.
You made it this far. You can actually just look in the scroll bar, and you'll see chapters.
We mark the chapters.
That you can jump
and
around.
if you're not subscribed, think about it. Mull it over. Do what you will.
It's free.
It is free.
It's free.
And you can hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live every week.
That's right. I was so excited to get this bottle that I can't even recall what we paid for it. Do you?
I want to say it was like 53.
Okay.
It is a small bottle.
It is a 375.
Which, but
this way more people
can try it.
Yeah, get to
And
try it.
I don't think 375s always put people off. Right? You have that series from Turkey. Or they did the WB Saffel, which was my favorite one, the Bond and Lillard and the Old Rippy. And those are also about 50 for a smaller bottle.
They are. Yep.
And the Woodford, they do their not experimental, but you know
like
what
your
I mean.
double.
Yeah, that type of thing. And those are also about $50, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 110.
James says 55 if he can remember.
55.
Correctly.
Okay. 110 proof. This is batch 1, but this is their second release in the 117 series. We weren't able to get the first release.
We were able to taste it.
Able to taste it.
Courtesy of Miss Caroline
That's
at
right.
Justin's House of Bourbon.
Yeah, that was very good. So
It
release
was
date.
her birthday yesterday.
It was. Happy birthday, Caroline.
Go on over to her Instagram and say happy birthday, Caroline.
Yeah. This was release date of August 2021, which is what we're in right now. And a little info about it.
Tell us, Chad.
I have it pulled up right here. On
Read
the
for us,
laptop.
Chad.
Old Forester is proud to present the second release in its highly acclaimed Kentucky-only offering, 117 series. 117 series. I don't know which would be correct. Warehouse K. This limited expression features a blend of barrels aged on different floors from a warehouse known to produce exceptional liquid. Construction in 1953, Warehouse K uses the time-honored tradition of heat cycling and has long been one of Old Forester's favorite places for single-barrel expressions. This blend represents liquid from multiple floors and locations within Warehouse K, giving a more holistic example of the profile its barrels yield.
All right.
There you go. So this is Jackie Zykan's baby.
It
Woo-hoo!
smells like...
Ew.
So this is kind of weird, but we were at a friend's house recently, and I wanted to make old fashions, and I didn't have... Normally I do a simple syrup that's infused with like an orange black tea, and that we didn't have that. But we did have like a black chai spice tea, and so I infused the simple syrup with that. I'm getting that note here on the nose, like that semi-spiced, semi-tea, kind of an old-fashioned-y, basically that old-fashioned. Little bit of orange, little bit of cherry, the dark brown sugar, toasty.
Yeah, a very deep sugary syrup. I know syrup generally sugary, right? But you know, just
Is that what a simple syrup is? A sugary syrup?
Well, yes, but my visual was more like something like sorghum, like slower moving than like a simple syrup.
Okay.
I know we.
You watch a lot of sorghum move.
I do. I
No,
went
you
there.
don't.
I went there on a class trip when I was in it when I was a kid.
And he never forgot it.
And I never forgot it.
You want to throw that super
I'm
chat
gonna
up?
remember this when I start drinking.
Oh, Lord.
First super chat of the evening.
Randy Butler says, just received a 5-year challenge coin. Looks great. Congrats again. Thank you so much. Those
And
are still
thank you
available.
for the super chat.
Yes. Chad waits patiently. Yeah, that's what I get. And I'm just going to leave it with that. I get like that very specific, and it's probably because it's in recent memory, but like a nice spiced tea. Oh,
Spiced
spiced tea, simple syrup.
Yeah.
Old fashioned. Like nice stout bourbon in there, so it's not getting overpowered. It's holding up. Little orange, little cherry. Nothing crazy.
I dig. I kind of get little bruleed sugars. That's sort of what I'm getting. But it's not like what I would call a typical Old Forester nose.
I think that like dark brown sugar, semi old fashioned notes tie into what I'm used to with Old Forester, but it's definitely like elevated. You know,
Yeah.
they definitely taken up a notch or two.
All right.
I want to drink it. That is a nice mouthfeel.
Ooh. While we ponder on that, let me toss this up real quick, Sarah.
Okay.
JG's saying, I added mole chocolate bitters to the Southern Old Fashioned. Fantastic.
Ooh.
I think we have some mole bitters.
We do,
I don't know
and
if
we'll
they're
have to try
chocolate.
it. Yeah. We have it.
Good. I want to try it next,
We
JG.
will try that. Thanks for the tip.
Wow.
Yes. Obviously, I have to go in for a second sip.
Second sip, Sarah.
With the light pour that you poured me. I'll make it work.
Someone says, is it just me or are you a little out of focus? So I lean in so it sees my face, just to make sure it's on us.
I don't know.
Are we on the same plane?
I don't know. A lot just happened in that experience. Like, the first thing I noticed was the mouthfeel, and then I got the sweetness, and then it kind of built into more, I don't know, complex palate, and then there was a spice crescendo, and then I'm still getting a finish, a nice little warmth right here. It was a nice little, whatever just went on. I liked it.
I gotta agree with you. I think the first thing that I picked up on was the mouthfeel. It really just went, you know, when I say the side cheeks, I mean, it was just all over. Bottom, top of the tongue, the roof of the mouth, bottom of the, like, just really enveloped the mouth with its feel. And then it took is there such thing as a long palate? Like, it had a long...
It does, though. It unfolds almost. I was like, is it milk chocolate? Yes, but then no. Now it's a nice spiced tea, and now it's
milk chocolate on the
this,
finish.
and like now it's brown sugar, and it really just kind of unfolds and plays out.
Multifaceted, as we sometimes say. And then the finish was also long.
I'm really
110
liking.
proof, very long,
Very
finish,
long finish
for 110 proof.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Which, you know...
Another super chat here from Sean saying, oh, I was in line for the 117 for 4 hours. They sold out with 15 people ahead of me because they allowed everyone to buy 4 bottles.
Are you kidding me?
So many went secondary. Sean, no.
That's not cool.
That
I could see
is
doing
not cool.
2.
Yeah.
Just because they're small, you know. Even still, though, ooh, I don't like that.
I don't like it, but thank you for the super chat. We'll do a 117 cheers for you. I know that doesn't make up for it, but
That's happened to us before. We've waited in line for hours and hours and hours, and like 10 people in front of us, they were like, and this is where we run out of bottles. And I'm like, well, I guess we'll go home. That's rough. That's a rough one.
That is rough. Scott was saying his resolution was set to 360p for some reason. That's why I thought we looked out of focus.
Oh.
Our playback was set to 144p for some reason, so I maybe it's a YouTube thing tonight.
Good looking out, Scott. Just let us know, just in case. Hey, there's Tony Bag of Donuts.
There he is with... I keep losing my mouse. Here it is.
Don't lose your mouse.
Additional information. Yeah. It says, hello. I sent an email to accompany those samples. Don't know what I'm drinking tonight. Had some red wine with dinner. Any suggestions on a bourbon? So you start with red wine. I would maybe say bridge that with a red wine finished bourbon.
I mean, I guess.
And then you could just go straight.
Go with something maybe lower proof, like 90 to 100 and... I don't know, 100, 110.
You got
maybe.
any Old Pogue?
Just to kind of gently, you know, I'd say 90 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really follow red wine with bourbon anymore unless I want a headache tomorrow. But that's just me. I am proud of you if you can.
Appreciate it.
I'm really liking this a lot, which part of me feels guilty for liking it so much. Like, after my second sip, I was like, this needs to go in the best of the year. I think it's delicious.
Agreed. He did get a donut hole from Zaki.
That's great.
Jackie.
That's awesome. No, I feel kind of bad, though, because it's Kentucky only. Even people, like you said, stood in line, couldn't get it because people are flipping them now, so you're going to not pay for it. But I like it. I think what's inside is good enough to be a contender, and I think that's only fair, right?
Agreed.
To put it in, to see how it does.
Yep.
However, I feel bad because it's so unavailable. Oh, the struggles.
Yeah.
It's a tough job.
This is just, I mean, different for me for Old Forester.
This might be my favorite thing I've had from Old Forester.
I'm kind of with you there. Sarah.
I really like the 150th.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to try them side by side. The 150th is obviously higher proof. And obviously, we love 1920, but the mouthfeel, like the flavors that are unfolding here, you're ratio-wise, bottle, wise, you're paying more for this, so it should be better than 1920.
Well, no spoilers or anything, but we did...
Spoilers, no spoilers?
Spoilers, no spoilers. With our recent 1920 Drink This or That video, for our Another Round of Chad and Sarah, our Patreon-only show, we brought out the 150th to put up against that 1920, and it wasn't a clear, difference than we thought it was.
It was way closer.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah. I think if you could get your hands on one of these before the holidays, this would be such a fun thing to gift and open up. Mm-hmm. When you're having a couple people over for the holidays, I love the spiced notes, the warmth that's there, the proof is great. I could see passing this around with 4 or 5 friends or family or whoever and just sipping this bottle. Again, if you could find it for retail, that would be excellent. If you can't, which it sounds like you might not be able to, then I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how far to go for this.
That's up to you and your wallet.
That is up to you and your wallet and how bad you want it. And I'm not going to tell you to do it, and I'm not going to tell you not to do it.
Maybe you just put holiday in my mind, but I'm sort of getting fruitcake. and like
But I think what we described at the beginning with that old fashioned, where it's like that brown sugar spiced tea syrup, a little cherry, a little orange. I mean, like that describes a holiday cake to me.
Yeah.
Also,
a spiced cake. But I was also kind of thinking like rum.
I love it.
Like dark rum.
I think I just fell in love with this.
Wow. You had me at Old Forester.
Yeah.
Well, this is a hard.
I'm very happy about it.
Hard act to follow for the rest of the performers tonight.
Sorry, guys.
Lisa's saying cheers, everyone. Cheers, Lisa. Oh, go for it. Can't cheers on an
Don't
empty
mind
glass.
if I do. Thanks, Lisa, for giving me a reason to pour some more. I appreciate you, and I value you.
Here, we'll just cheers. Thank you.
Oh, that was a lovely little cheers.
Wasn't it? Well, I figured she said cheers, so we should cheers back.
Yes, I'm very happy about this.
Welcome, Cameron. A wizard is never late. I don't know if you're a wizard.
He arrives precisely when he means to. And that's the motto that I live by. Ask my friends. I'll always be 5 minutes late, or I arrive whenever
Call
I
yourself a wizard?
intend to. I mean, I'll take any excuse to call myself a wizard.
Yeah, it's true. I am really liking this finish.
Tammy called me second pour Sarah.
Second pour. Wow. Like 5 sips and then a second pour. Do that math.
I'm beat, you guys. Like, I don't know how I'm going to be after a couple of these bourbons. I've got a nasty sunburn going on underneath all this, so it really took it out of me.
Yeah. Been outside a lot last couple days.
I feel like we only have 3 things on the table tonight. I feel like by the third one I'm going to be like, Sarah, go sleep.
Yeah, I really hope lots of people get to try this. You know, I know it's a Kentucky only release, but maybe through friends or at a bar or somehow.
Yeah. I hope you have the opportunity to taste it. I think that this maybe... I would have to try it side by side with the 150th to be 100% sure. But this just shot up to the top of my list of my favorite products from this distillery. And I would stand in that line next year to get one. If that
just
means
be
anything
ahead
to
of
you.
Sean.
Or maybe we can connect and stand in line together. Yes.
And like blackmail the people in front of us until we get to the head of the line somehow. To do a lot of research and intel.
You mean blackmail? Or we could guilt them?
Guilt them.
I think we get enough stuff.
Pay them off.
I think, listen.
Some mild threats.
I feel like you're doing some world's tiniest violin right now. I don't really expect anyone to feel sorry for us if we don't get every single thing we ever wanted. I don't feel sorry for us. I'm like, well, that's kind of what we deserve.
That's true. Yeah. No doubt.
It's for the show.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that, I don't know. That's true. That's going to be tough to follow, like I said. But we got to. We got to do it.
Well, I know you wanted to start with this one. I'm glad we started with this one on a clean palate.
Yeah.
Fresh palate, whatever. Next, I think we should go to the Old Fitz Bottled in Bond. However, I feel that it will be at a disadvantage at this point. Because this is so delicious. It's 110 proof, and it's spicy and warm. And then, it's an 11-year 100 proof. So that gives it some body, I would assume.
Maybe we should put a little bit more time in between it.
What will we
ask
do?
us a question.
What will we do for that time?
Trev is in the chat here. They're saying Das Wrench. He's German.
Oh, you're just going to wait quietly?
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here in quiet
That
until someone asks us a question.
makes good entertainment.
It's good TV, right?
No, let's go ahead and get poured.
We can let it be opening up in the glass.
Sure, or we could just dive right in. I don't know, after a couple sips of water, I'm feeling refreshed.
Feeling refreshed?
Oh, goodness. Thank you.
Now this one, full disclosure, came to us from the distillery. You could probably guess that because it's not
It's an immediate sample
a
bottle.
full-size bottle.
Right.
But always want to make that known. Yeah, this is their spring 2021 release. It's 11 years, and of course, it's always 100 proof. you have some info there. I don't know if there's anything else besides that about these bottles.
Oh,
Not
the suggested
really.
retail price for the full bottle is $110.
There you go.
It will be released in September, I believe, which is just like a week and a half away. I feel like I read that in here, and I'm skimming, and I don't see it. But that's probably just my eyes. I saw Lisa asked a question if we were going to be at the Bourbon Festival, and
I saw that. Yes. Yes, we will.
we will be there. We're very excited.
Yes.
Except for I'm clearly going to need to do better about applying sunscreen if we're going to be outside.
Yeah.
Or you'll find me hiding under the biggest shade tree.
Thoughts on the Parker brothers buying Casa Bonita restaurant? I don't know anything about that.
I'm unfamiliar with
the story.
Parker Brothers and that restaurant.
I would imagine Parker Brothers is the board game brothers, and Casa Bonita is I've seen that on South Park. I've never been to a Casa Bonita. But question: why is Sarah so awesome? We're just gonna let that one go.
Fair enough.
Do you know the mash bill
It's not
on
my fault.
the old Fitz? Well, it's a wheated mash bill, super jam. I can't pull out of my brain what Heaven Hill's wheated mash bill percentage is. I just don't have that memorized because I don't memorize things like that or dates.
It's not it doesn't say on here, and I agree I cannot recall off the top of my head, but I know it's weeded.
It's wheated.
Which again is another reason why I think it might be at a little bit of a disadvantage after coming off of that spice. Like I just took a sip, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah?
And it tastes
Very good.
very sweet. And fruit forward.
Oh, Parker Brothers. Matt and Trey Parker from South Park. Okay. When you say Parker Brothers, I think of the board game, Parker Brothers. But no, Trey and Matt Parker of South Park bought Casa Bonita. Well, I guess they really love it. They put it into the episode.
I have no idea what's going on.
Thank you, Danny. 75-25. 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley on the old Fitzgerald.
Wait, what? 20% wheat.
Yeah, know what I said?
Nope, you said rye.
Oh, my bad. Used to it. Yeah, no rye. Wheat.
Yep. I think it's sweet. Obviously, that just makes sense. It's got a little fruity. I don't know.
Yes, disadvantage
Like pear.
coming off of the old foe.
Like
yeah.
syrupy pears in the can. You know?
Oh, okay. However, it's pretty solid. What is this?
No, I like it.
The 8th? I think it said it's the 8th release.
100% pears. Pears from the can. Yes. The 8th? Wow, is it really?
I would have thought it would have been more than that.
You know, you'd think at this point, as much as I've been looking at this paper, I would have it memorized. Yes, the 8th national release. It was distilled in 2010, bottled in 2021. That makes it 11 years old. Math. Yeah.
Math. Did someone say pear? Pear?
He heard it.
Hey, pear bear.
He was called.
Sound the pear bear alarm.
And y'all, if you haven't subscribed to Perry's channel, this is my Bourbon Podcast.
On
go
YouTube.
over when we're done with this episode.
Yeah.
Go over there or
Yeah.
open a new tab. I don't know.
I think he's
Go over there.
ever so close
So
to the 1K subs, which is it's a big hump when everyone is trying to get over that hump, and
It's true.
then it's all downhill. Michelle
In a good way.
Martin, yeah. Cheers, y'all. We are working on some bottle kills tonight. That's awesome. Just killed a Knob Creek 9-year. Gonna be hard to beat that. Yeah,
Bottle kill nights are fun.
It is.
You say goodbye to some old friends.
We do. I believe that deserves a triangle.
Okay. Ooh. I almost went cowbell.
Thank you, Michelle.
I love the triangle.
Yeah, I'm with you on the pears there.
It's not so much on the nose, but I
You're
get
getting-
sweet. I get like the canned pears,
Yeah.
like the
That
syrup that's left
sweetness,
in
the
there.
syrup, yeah. And also at that 11 years, you're getting more of the wood, starting to get a little bit into like the leather, but not quite. But you can sort of like, I can see where it's going if it kept on aging. I happen to like really like the 10 to 12 year in Heaven Hill.
I like
Wheated or rye.
But we did really like their 16-year Old Fitz from last year.
That was good.
I will say, I think that I've been talking all about the sweet, which is what hits the front of my palate, and then it goes into a little bit of those, darker, more mature notes towards the back half and finishes on that. So it's not just sweet through and through.
Yeah.
And I like that, and I think the 11-year is what's kind of balancing out that, like, pear syrup note.
Yeah. Agreed.
I like it.
It's good.
Okay, now I'm getting pears on the nose. I like pear. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Oh, I think I'm so tired that I'm just like
slap happy?
Yes.
Clifton, another speaking of bourbon YouTube channels, whiskey tube channels. Clifton from Bourbon Bites says, I haven't yet tried an Old Fitz, but I've heard many good things. Are the older age statements
But
usually...
haven't heard many good things.
But haven't heard many good things. I haven't met one that I haven't liked. There's been others that I've liked a lot more than others. There's been a few that have been... I mean, the only reason I would call it lackluster is because of the price.
So I was going to say, I think when people say that they're not happy or they're disappointed in Old Fitz, I think that they... And rightly so, but I think a big sticking point in their mind is it's 100 proof, and it's somewhere between $110 and $160.
Depending on the age. 11 year, 110. 10 year would be 100. 12 year would be 120.
I think we got the 16 year was like 160.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, and I think a lot of people feel that they're paying for the bottle and not necessarily what's inside the bottle.
I think you're paying about $50 for that bottle.
It's a pretty hefty bottle. So I feel like that's where a lot of that comes from. I think that what's inside is still really good, like you said. You haven't been disappointed by one. There hasn't been one that you didn't like. But, yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it there. I feel like that's probably where that comes from.
And, yeah, the older ones don't necessarily mean they'll be better. I remember really liking the 9 year. I think that was maybe the first one that we got. But we also really loved that 16 year. I did hear people say they didn't really like the 16 year. They thought maybe it was too much oak. But you, Miss, don't like a whole lot of oak if it's over oaky. We're actually
I was a big
on
fan.
board with that 16 year.
Fan.
And I was definitely on board.
Well, maybe it goes well with Heaven Hill's profile. Like I know, but see, I don't really care for the Elijah Craig 18 year. It's a little too oaky for me.
Well, that's 94 proof. So
right, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But it's only 100.
I think,
the Old Fitz is only 100, so it's really close.
I agree with those.
I guess it must make a big difference.
Points
yeah.
can really make it. And plus, wheated versus rye mash bill.
That's fair.
But yeah, like, you kind of find distilleries that, you start narrowing down, like, I like this distillery within these years. And if it goes over this age, like, a lot of times we don't like...
I feel that way with turkey,
really old wild turkey stuff.
I feel like the sweet spot for it is what Jimmy Russell says it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And it can be stretched a little either way.
Sure,
but I feel like the man knows his stuff.
Yeah. Well, there may be a discrepancy on the likes, but regardless... Please give us a thumbs up if you're liking.
Please do. Clifton said, "Good to know. I just want the pretty bottle."
Well, we can get you an empty bottle, buddy. Don't you worry.
Clifton, you remind Chad that he said that to you, because he'll be like, "What? I forgot. We got to do what?" For
I didn't say that.
I didn't
you
say
kidding?
that.
Those bottles are worth
sure?
empty. They're like $50. Maybe we'll put a candle in it.
You just make a note. That'd be a hard bottle to cut.
Yeah, nice and.
It'd be a challenge.
Thick bottle. But overall...
Okay, tell us more about how you feel about the bottle.
Overall, I'm happy with this release. I think it's hitting right around its proof, maybe a little higher. On repeated sips, it is sitting pretty nice here in the chest. That was one thing now that I was not realizing until now about the 117 is didn't really give a hug.
I gotta disagree with you 100%.
Really?
I am absolutely on the other side of that.
It could
The
possibly
first
be
thing
that
I
I just
noticed-
didn't remember
Yeah.
the hug.
The first thing I noticed was like the warmth that I felt right here, but
I
we're allowed.
got it more in
your
the
cheeks?
mouthfeel, less in the chest. This guy, I think I am getting it more in the chest.
Well,
But
you know,
I'll have to go back.
I will say we
And,
are allowed to disagree.
It's
We
true.
don't have to always agree.
It's true. Stefan's saying, Chad, I'm digging that shirt. Lexington, I assume. Whiskeyambitions.com. You assume.
We want it to be a real place, but we made the T-shirt first to promote
Yeah.
the place that doesn't exist.
It's not an actual place.
It
but
was
it's,
our imaginary. If we had a bourbon bar, what would
there's
it be?
Something in the air.
Because the angel
Great
shirt.
tagline.
There's something in the air.
Yeah, Angel Share Bourbon Bar. Available in 2
It's
colors,
bourbon.
actually. You know, our
It's not. Oh, you brought it.
No, this is
Oh.
our Drink More Bourbon, but it's on this shirt
In tan
in a one-color tan
print.
print.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're soft.
And they're soft.
My mom does not even like bourbon, but she buys our shirts and wears them because she's like, they're just so soft. I'm like, she just wears them out. She's like, people ask me about bourbon. I'm like, I don't know, but this shirt's really soft. And I'm like, okay.
Just ask Trev Wilson. He says that's this. You never look as swole as you do in a
Oh my
Whiskey
gosh.
Ambitions
See,
shirt.
that's the testimonial we need for the website.
That's right. Need that on record. James Wolverton, we just saw he and his lovely wife last night. Was it last night?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Man, where's the time go?
Wait, what was yesterday? Yeah.
So great to see you guys this weekend. Cheers. There you go.
There you go.
Appreciate it. James.
I'll just pick this 117 back up.
Bada-bang.
Oh no, how terrible.
I always want to sing that part of the Queen song every time I see your avatar. She's the killer queen.
Who?
James's.
Oh.
He's got the
Oh, I see.
live killer.
I couldn't see it
Queen.
from
Yeah.
that far away.
Yeah, that would be an epic neon sign, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll have to.
So it's funny that you say that, Clifton. The neon sign was the reason for the colors and
Mhm.
like the way it was
Yeah,
designed.
this is basically designed like it is a neon sign.
Yes.
Thanks for picking up on that. You got the eye.
He knows.
He's got the eye.
Wow, what a smart guy.
Yep.
Miss you.
I'd have to give it a recommend. I know we didn't do that on
Scott Pigsley said,
Bill Forrester, but
"Oh, Pam."
oh,
Oh, I think I said I would stand in line for it.
yeah,
So I think that's a recommend.
that is a recommend. Yeah.
This, I would recommend it. It's almost a little sweet for me, but I like it.
You'll have to try it on a fresh
I
palate
need to try it
someday.
on a fresh palate. I don't think it's fair to compare it to like the spiciness of this 117.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
there you have it. No answers.
No answers.
In summary, I don't know.
Well, I really like it. Now here is another hard thing to stand up to, but we're gonna go up and prove.
Okay, I'll just put this back on the side.
This is another from the distillery sample that has been sent to us. This is from Foregate Whiskey Company. It is their Old Sherry Pike. This is their batch 14. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey matured 88 days in Spanish Oloroso sherry casks.
Okay.
118.9 proof.
This will be a test. I'm generally finicky when
Same.
it comes to sherry casks, especially the Oloroso. We had that
Shame.
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 That Wild Turkey Master's Keep, the Oloroso sherry finished one.
Our least favorite
I did not like it.
Master's Keep. Yeah.
So, all that to say, ahead of time, if I don't like this, it's because I personally know that about myself that I don't like a sherry finish.
Yep.
So, we'll see.
We shall see. Another super chat here.
TNT Where Dynamite says, just had a freak accident and broke one of our It's Bourbon Night 5-year Crystal Glencairns. Oh no. What was the freak accident? Was your dog like vigorously wagging its tail and like knocked it over?
Doesn't even
or...
matter. That's
Oh no. The sad thing is like we don't even have any.
Yeah, they are completely sold out. TNT Were Dynamite is this TNT Blues Corner?
And did you change your name?
Yeah, did you change your name, or is this just people who like TNT?
I think it could be, more than one person out there with a name that starts with that, but Maybe it's not a coincidence.
Could be. Could be.
That's heartbreaking. I'm so sorry.
We'll give you a very sad cheers.
Oh, yes, not a cowbell.
Yeah.
Boo.
Sorry to hear that.
That's... Yeah, our bottles just keep shrinking. We started out with those and they keep getting smaller.
The next one will be a thimble. Yeah. Hold on. I might have additional information on this guy if I can figure out where my mouse is.
It doesn't smell like the sherry finish things that I'm used to. I can normally get... And this is really, really gross. When it comes to sherry finished things, I sometimes get, and the ladies out there will understand, and I think I've said this before, but if
Hey,
you're
ladies.
filing your nails really fast, you can, it's like burnt keratin, or like if you catch your hair on fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That burnt keratin smell is how I smell and taste in like sherry finished things normally. I don't get that here at all. Not
That's
even
good.
a little bit, which is a good sign. Also, that smell is gross. And that's maybe one of the reasons why I don't like it.
Formerly Thomas Rabbit.
Oh, he knocked it into another glass and it fell back and broke it.
And those are sturdy freaking glasses, too.
I dropped one once and it didn't break.
Yeah. One of ours.
It was one of mine, yes.
Yes.
Not one that I was filling an order. No, it was my own glass, and I was like,
Oh, well, it didn't break.
"Oh, I'm really glad Chad's not in the room to see this. This might
Woof.
actually be the first time you're hearing of it."
It is, actually. I'm so angry. It's fine.
He's fine.
All right, this is from the Whiskey Wash, whiskeywash.com. So what we're drinking here is a blend of 6 and 12-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys with a mash bill of 78 corn, 10 rye, and 12% malted barley. For the 6-year, it's a 74 corn, 18 rye, and 8 malted barley. For the 12-year.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. Let's see. 1,757 bottles of this.
Regular size bottles.
Regular size bottles. It retails for $1.99 and will be available this summer in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Georgia, and for the first time, Louisiana.
Oh, hey, look out.
And bottles will also be available online. So, there we go. No, I'm with you. Nose is good. Now, normally in their batches, they do 2 finishing casks. And I was reading here, Bob was saying that they just love the result. Good. Love the result so much that they were like, we just got to put this out. It's so good right now. So, we shall see. Good nose. Nice and fruity floral. Woo. Pop. Ooh, pop.
So I think my thing is, I just don't think I like sherry.
Well, I was completely on board with it until it started to go towards the finish, and it sort of gets dry. And then there's just a hint of that note. Mm-hmm.
So of all the cherry finish things that I've had, this is by far head and shoulders above all the other
Probably
ones.
the best.
Definitely 100% without a doubt the best.
Yeah.
But I still don't love, because I just don't love cherry finish. So I am honestly very impressed by how much I do like this and how much better it is than all the other sherry things that I've had. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't think this one's made for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love so many of their other stuff and like all their other finished
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
We would put,
Their batch 6, Chef's Kiss.
Yeah, and the batch 12, which is the
good
Kelvin collaboration.
And I mean, like,
3.
let's be honest, our toasted rye.
Yes.
Barrel.
Our toasted rye.
But
Single
sherry,
barrel.
Sherry on its
was very
own,
good.
I struggle.
Devin is asking, how does it compare to Sagamore? I think we have. Do we have the Sagamore finished one? I'm not sure.
This isn't really the...
If we do, Sarah will check. It's got a really nice,
It's got a really nice, like, the body of it.
Yeah, the
is
body.
really nice.
I feel like the proof is really nice.
Yes, I like the proof, and I think that's one of the things that's making me like it. Sorry, I'm, like, talking and leaning.
She's lean talking.
Oh, I guess I just have to get up.
Sarah gets up. That's 2 drinks.
We have a cognac finish. I swear we have this.
Oloroso finish? In Sagamore?
A sherry finish, I thought.
Sherry?
No.
No? We have the port. We got the
Oh, that's it.
we got the port.
Where? Oh.
That's that white label.
Yeah, we don't have a sherry.
Don't have the sherry. So we.
Is there a sherry? I think you might be making this up.
Well, if I'm not the one making it up, well, now I forgot who asked.
We have the cognac. We have a bunch of other different things. Cast strength, double barrel, barrel proof. They're rye, but we do not have.
Now I lost who asked that. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, it was Devin, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, it was Devin.
Sorry, we don't have it.
Yeah, we don't have that one.
It
Sorry.
was the port.
Yeah, we've got the port.
Have we opened the cognac? No, we have.
Yeah.
It looks open.
I think they're all
Yeah,
open
I think
except.
they're all open.
I think we have one barrel.
We should
proof.
do Sagamore night.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of things. We could do a nice little flight.
Nice little flight. We'll make a day of it. No, I mean, I feel like there is a time and a place for this. And here, after 2 whiskeys that we've really loved, like in this order, isn't the spot for it. I feel like
No.
this is an after
It's a nice
a
peppery
meal.
note. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is a food pairing waiting to happen.
Makes sense though, because isn't sherry a dessert wine?
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
For me, there's so much, again, and it's 100% a personal thing. There's so much other stuff that Forgate does that I love, love, love. So for me personally, like, I'm probably going to go with their, their Kelvin series batches, because I love them so much. Like our Toasted Barrel Rye. Yes, pull those out. That is my jam. Now, if you like
Let's go right
sherry,
here.
you're gonna feel differently. Like I said, this is the most excellent bottle of sherry finished whiskey that I've tasted.
And that's saying something, because like we used to think we didn't like port finish because our first experience was Angel's Envy, so we thought we
That's
just
true.
don't like port finished whiskeys, and then we found some that we did like and learned that Angel's Envy just wasn't our favorite, except the rye. That's great.
Their rye is good. Their
and their
cast
cast
strength
strength. Their cast
is
strengths.
good too.
So just much like 90 proof Makers isn't our jam, but everything else in Makers is. It's sort of like the same thing with Angel's Envy.
And I will say, we did get that Tawny Port limited release, and
Tawny
just
Port was
because
good.
it was good, but
Yeah.
it was never going to be our favorite thing because we just don't feel that way about port.
Right. Agreed. Yeah.
Belle Meade has a sherry. How does it compare? Says 1, 3, and 18. I'm like, are these the numbers from Lost?
1, 3, and 18.
No, they're not. It's, what is it? 4, 6. No.
While you're thinking of that, Michael also asks, what's the other gray label Bardstown Bourbon Company? You reviewed the French Oak. Is that too? No, it's actually a Prisoner.
Yes. Which is a red blend.
Yeah, that, like, it was distillery only, like, pour from the barrel.
Oh, that one was a Syrah.
Syrah.
Only. Yes.
Syrah only.
They isolated the Syrah of the Prisoner red blend and did just that. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Those are the numbers from Lost.
Okay. Crazy.
Those are them numbers.
Yeah, those are them numbers. We did a Forgate night online.
We didn't answer the Belle Meade question.
Oh, I forgot about it. Sorry.
I'm going to be... This is, to me, I love a lot of stuff that Belle Meade does. Their cast strength being one. Their honey barreled stuff being another.
Yeah.
They make great products. This is, I'd say... I don't know how many times better.
It's multiples?
It's multiple times better,
Okay.
in my opinion.
I can't really recall the Belle Meade, and that's probably speaks to it, I guess.
I like it a lot better. But I don't think, and again, I love my Belle Meade people. I love their cast strength a lot. I don't want them to think I'm hating on them. I was never the biggest fan of like their finish series. I think the cognac one was my favorite. But then again, like I said, it's hard for me to like a sherry finished bourbon.
I think they do exceptional with their cast strength.
I agree.
And just a regular
So good.
straight bourbon whiskey.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much about this that's really good, but for me, it is that one note that I know comes from sherry, and it's just not my jam. So I will buy the other 4-Gate products that I love.
There's 2 Shelbys. That's why.
Oh,
But
there's 2
just call me
Shelbys.
Shelby.
Oh, I see. Well, we've got Tony Bag of Donuts super chat.
Joey Tony Bag of Donuts says, well, since you brought it up, update. I remember that I have the
Prisoner, the perfect choice to follow wine with dinner.
Boom.
Did you get your 4-Gate pick sell out? Yes,
Yes.
it did sell out.
Yes.
And I also love a nice bottle of the Prisoner. I only get it for special occasions because it's very expensive.
Yeah, and that 4-Gate rye of ours.
Ooh, yes.
Dance hall air horn.
We like that. I can't wait to drink that one in the fall when it starts getting a little crispy outside.
A little crispy.
A little cold and chilly and crispy. I like it. You know, I said it's not my jam, but then I drank it all.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it had to get the previous 2 kind of out of our minds and off our palates because it's not something that you would put in this lineup like we did tonight. But, we didn't know.
But you did.
But I did. I really feel like it's an after dinner or like with dessert type of thing.
Ooh,
and we will have to find a really
like
good
a
pairing.
chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Now that, because I feel like that note that I'm getting, if it had the balance of that, again, just the note of sherry.
Yeah.
That balance of like that type of, like some kind of cake. Ooh, maybe there's a cake pairing
There's a cake
in my
pairing.
future. I don't need a reason to eat cake. Don't make me do it. Chad's like, oh no, the worst possible thing.
The worst thing.
Jeez.
Yeah. So we ran through that a little bit faster than I thought we would, and I know you still have
Just a little.
something in your glass, Sarah, but I have an extra one. I can maybe pour myself something else.
I suppose I'll allow it.
Okay. And let's chat with y'all. If you have any questions.
And the lines are open, and
And
we're
the lines are
now
open.
taking questions.
Walla Walla, Washington, go ahead.
Nobody wants that.
Okay.
I was doing like the late night, love. This is the Love Talk Radio
And
hour.
this is the delicious dish. Tonight we're going to be talking about salt. I feel like I should do something else finished, since we're
Go
sort of
for
in
it.
that realm.
Well, we were just talking about the Bardstown stuff. Do you want to do that, or I mean, we do love on them a lot.
We got Sagamore over there.
Do you want to do the?
We've got...
Y'all, look at this nasty sunburn.
Wowzers!
Look how bad that is.
Yeah.
I keep touching it because I'm like,
It's like you're wearing a red scarf.
It looks like, yes, it's so bad. I put a sunscreen on like 3 times. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
JG says,
Boop.
chocolate cake fund, 877 mash now. 877 cake now.
Cake now! It's my cake and I need it now.
And he needs it now. I do like a good chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I don't love this type of cake all the time, but if you like a Black Forest cake, could be really good with that 4-Gate. This is what I'm gonna say. The cherry and the cream and the chocolate cake. I'd eat that and drink that. That sounds nice. Joseph Brazo requests the apple stave rye.
Oh, that's upstairs, Joseph.
We've been drinking on it. We should pour it next week.
Should, yeah.
We get next week. Apple stave rye. It's almost fall. It's apple season. It's gonna be good.
I'll do this one again. Do a little barrel.
The Armida, it does fall into the finished category.
It does.
Sorry, Joseph, that Chad blew you off completely.
I can't.
Well, I think let's give it its own time though. Fresh on next Sunday.
This is probably from him, where he.
That is from him. He did that. Last time Joseph was here, he turned as many of these as he could find, just to upset Chad.
It's not gonna. Well, yeah. Hold on. You turn away, and then maybe it will. Maybe. Come on.
They can see it though.
I know. It's just frustrating.
Like they can see it from here.
It's just frustrating.
Okay.
So good of a face autofocus that you really have to not have a face for it to focus.
Ooh, Michael
somewhere
says
else.
drink that seagrass. I think. Is it down here? No, I think it's upstairs as well because I think I've been drinking.
Yeah, that's in our cabinet.
It's in the. I need to grab this now. Cabinet.
Yeah, that's where we keep a lot of picks, a lot of our picks, a
Oh, I
lot
do.
of nearly empties and things that we're just kind of, really vibing on and wanting to drink. So this, again, Barrell, our meta, 877 mash now, because you super chatted. Barrell, Armida, bourbon whiskey finished in pear brandy, rum, and Sicilian Amaro casks.
Amaro.
112.10 proof.
The first time I had this, I gotta be honest, it was not my thing.
Yeah, not your
And
jam.
I was like, maybe I am not into these like limited barrel release
you
things.
and Mark.
And then I had the Seagrass, and I was like, nope, I am into it. It just wasn't that one. But I haven't not tried it again. I don't think. Then where did all this go?
I think we shared it. I can't remember.
This is a lot. Somebody drank it.
Clifton loves the Seagrass. So do we. He needs another bottle. We have two. We got one in backup, one open, and
We opened one.
one
The
in
other one's for next summer.
Yeah, for next summer. Such a summer.
Oh, Jeff A says we're drinking the Seagrass now. Lucky you. If it was down here, I would snag it. But it is upstairs. Let's see. Whiskey Eyes, Leon and Trisha said, we bought a Barrell Dovetail this weekend. Thoughts? So
I literally just was in reach of a Dovetail.
that one, Dovetail is the blend of, it's like different, like it can be a Scotch and an Irish whiskey and a bourbon and a rye, like, isn't it a bit of a
mixed bag.
A bit of a mixed bag. I've had it once, and I remember thinking I could drink this. This is definitely better than what I thought the product of this blend was going to be. But I still don't know if it's like what I would reach for. But somehow, look how much is gone. Who drank this?
I don't remember. I feel like this might have gotten left in this state. Like someone left it for us.
For us? Okay.
Can't remember its origin story.
Don't really remember. Here, let me tell you how I feel about it, Liam.
Okay.
Whiskey Eyes, wherever you went.
Whiskey eyes. Look with your whiskey eyes.
They're crying.
And thank you. They're crying.
That just reminds me of
These
Superbad.
eyes.
Yes.
These eyes have seen a lot of pain. I'm with you. His eyes.
Okay, that's enough.
Well, that's where I was going to end it.
Okay, good.
Speaking of Joseph
Did I already try
Barrell.
this again? May I?
Joseph says, I hated the Armada. Why do you get the Armada?
Armida.
He said Armida. Thanks for saving me $100. You're welcome.
Maybe that's the last person who had some, because I was like, it's lower than I thought.
Huh. Yeah, it's not.
It has like a funky,
it's a little
faux peach smell.
Like, is it hairspray? There's some type of.
It smells like a fruity, like.
You walked into a room where someone was just 80s hair. Aquanet.
Like if it could be peach scented hairspray.
Mm-hmm. I think that's just
Which
a combination.
sounds really bad.
It does, but you got
But there's so much that they do that I love.
a lot going on here, right? Pear brandy.
I'm sure
rum,
it's the pear brandy.
Sicilian
yeah.
Amaro casks.
I've seen a lot of people doting on this one though.
And whiskey. It's a lot going on. It's probably something you need to learn to love, It's like when you have your first beer and you're like, what? People drink this?
First it tastes like apricots, oranges, stuff like that. And then it goes into a little bit of a black licorice. Which for me is the kiss of death. Like once we get licorice territory, I'm tapping out. And that's the note that hangs in my mouth. It's like a licorice note.
And also, thank you, Joseph Brezo.
And also, on the note of that.
Question here for me. What's the favorite little book? 3. That made it in our top 5 of 2019?
19? Yeah.
I think it was top 5. It was definitely top 10 if it wasn't top 5.
2018 or 2019?
And that was blind.
Mark says, I think it's the Amaro that gave it some funk. That's probably the case. I'm not familiar with Amaro. Is it Amaro or Amaro? Amaro. My tired brain doesn't know.
It's got a little funk in the trunk, doesn't it? Backbone whiskey. Seen it. Haven't pulled the trigger. Didn't think the specs for price looked appealing, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe I should give it a try.
Stefan, how do you know me so well?
Marrow potatoes.
I like the phonetic spelling.
What's
It
a
helps
marrow,
me.
precious? A marrow.
Shh, you're yelling at
Sorry.
them. He just likes it. I mean, that's 2 Lord of the Rings reference.
What
This.
are you doing? Oh,
Don't talk with your mouth full.
the wizard. Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna.
I'm just like, he uses his like gullet as like a cup and then talks. And I'm like, you're gonna end up spilling everywhere.
Seagull, then.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're a seagull storing water in your gullet.
When I gotta talk, I gotta talk.
Or you could wait.
No. That's too fragrant to. I need to wash out a different glass.
Can we pull up Ryan Staples' question?
Ryan, yes.
His favorite spot in Lexington for grabbing pics. Traveling there this week for work. Ooh, I mean, Justin's House of Bourbon always has good picks.
Yes.
Let's see.
OBC Kitchen.
You can get their picks. It's a restaurant bar.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes they just have on the menu for pour that they don't have bottles for sale, but sometimes
So
they
like
do.
they'll usually have their Four Roses picks available by the pour, but not by the bottle. But they do generally have a lot of stuff by the bottle.
Yeah.
Where else do you think? Where's another good spot for picks? I mean, Total Wine always has a lot of picks.
They do. Unlimited Spirits is a good place, and Ernie's Spirits.
Ernie Spirits.
Yeah.
Now, do they have a lot of picks? I feel like we've only seen
Ernie?
a handful.
Depends on
when you go.
when you're in there, but I've had really good luck with Unlimited Spirits.
Joseph agrees. Unlimited Spirits does some great
Unlimited
picks.
Spirits, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know I'm forgetting someone. Who am I forgetting? I don't know. I don't know.
Pickwise.
If you're out in Nicholasville, stop by Happy Hour Liquor. They've
Sarah,
got
Wine and Market.
Wine and Market, duh. Which if you're by Justin's, it's just like 1 block away.
Yeah, go to
and
Wine
then
and
you
Market.
can get a delicious sandwich to go.
Get that. What's that sandwich?
It's
we
the
get?
number 9.
Get the number 9.
If you like goat cheese.
Yeah, if you like goat cheese, it's a delicious sandwich. Then go browse their picks, browse their non-picks. They've got a little bourbon selection there.
You have to get the sandwich to go.
Get the sandwich to go.
No dine-in right now.
No dining right now.
But it's a deli counter, like.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's what actually me and a friend yesterday. I met her for lunch.
You did that?
We got 2 sandwiches to go, and then we went down to Gratz Park and laid a blanket down and had a picnic. Obviously under a tree. That's not how I got my sunburn.
How romantic.
It was romantic. I was like, is this really my real life friendship? I love this. They were
Nice.
setting up a wedding at the other end of the park, so we were just listening to the string music like practice.
Wow.
It was so cute. I know,
Jeez.
right? It was like the most datiest date I've been on in a while. Chad.
Oops. Frankfurt Avenue Liquors, that's in Louisville. Yeah, we keep hearing a lot about that place. Gotta go there.
Why was I knocking this? This is delicious.
No, it is. I think it was coming off of this one that we're not too crazy about.
I was thinking about something different.
Oh, you're thinking about the one at the end of the year, the New Year. No?
No, I don't
Not the New
think
Year?
so. Maybe it was a previous release of Dovetail or
Yeah, which one is
something
this?
else. This one is whiskey finished in rum, port, and Dunn Vineyards Cabernet barrels.
Wow, see? Port. There you go.
So rum, port, and cab.
Another port.
Delicious. I like this a lot. Now, I know that I had one before, and
Shut
now
up, Clifton.
I can't remember what the release was called, but I know it was like finished in Scotch, Canadian, whiskey, and something barrels. And I was like,
Yeah. No, not for you. Scott, speaking of picks, when is the next IBN pick coming out?
Very good question.
I would say about 2 weeks from now.
T-minus 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And little teaser, it's going to be
A double feature.
It's going to be a double feature. Yep. Going to be 2 different expressions.
We're definitely getting in on the nostalgia with these 2.
If you're a child of the 90s, if you watched television in the 90s,
Then you probably know.
you will appreciate these picks and you will want them. Best place to find them, or only place to get them, is patreon.com/itsbourbonnight.
Yes. We will release the details as they become available.
Yes.
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 Oh, Elizabeth says, was it the Infinity Barrel? Yes, I think that's what it was.
Ah, the
that I'm
Infinity
thinking
Barrel,
of.
yes.
I just remember I was talking about barrel bourbon at the Wise Guys bar at Goodfellas, and I think the bartender was like, "Have you tried it?" And I was like, "No, I haven't tried it." They're like, "Oh, it's really good. It's like one of my favorite things right now." And I sipped it, and I was like, "No, I mean, it's just not my thing."
Yeah.
But this I really like.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm actually kind of mad at myself now that my brain had these things mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why have I not been buying more Dovetail? I'm a little bit sad.
Yeah, because I think we just saw some the other day.
Johnny Utah has a pretty good guess about the TV shows. Literally the 2 TV shows I was not allowed to watch as a kid. Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead.
Not those.
It's not
Stimpy,
those.
you idiot!
But we could have been.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's cool. I can't really do Beavis or Butthead. Well, I guess a little bit Beavis.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
I need teepee for my bunghole.
I knew you were going to do it. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would have been a good one, though. Let's see. Who's Ren and who's Stimpy?
But Ren...
I'd be Stimpy.
So, Stimpy... Yeah, Stimpy is the bigger one. And,
Yeah.
And, because he's like, Stimpy, you idiot.
Yeah.
The same guy did both voices.
That's a lot of work for that one guy.
He does Fry's voice. On Futurama. Yeah, multi-talented. And actually, when they did the Three Stooges remake a few years ago, well, several years ago now, that
Here we
Sean
go.
Hayes as Larry. He asked, I can't remember the voice actor's name, and it kills me because he's so brilliant, but asked him how to do it, and he said that's how he does Ren's voice. He just does Larry. That's Mo Howard. Larry Fine. He does a Larry Fine. You know, the guy with the bald and the crazy hair plays the violin. He does that voice, and that's how he gets Ren.
That's a cool story.
Or Stimpy. That's how he gets Stimpy.
Cool.
I'm sure everyone else was very fascinated by this. Billy West, thank you, Billy West.
Stefan said, Chicago road trip soon. Would love to meet you folks. We might be up there at the end of September. TBD. It depends on whether or not we make it to the regional competition for Bardstown Bourbon Company World South Whiskey Taster. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know if we're going to make it or not.
We don't
But if we're going to Chicago, we're spending the weekend.
Right? Shelby is requesting an update visit video of what's in the upstairs drink cabinet.
That's a really good request, Shelby. And 1 and 3 and 18. Those are also 138 is my favorite number. So congrats on nailing that. Yeah, we've been talking about we need to revisit that probably, or the bar card,
because
whatever.
It has changed dramatically,
and it's been a few years since we made that. Yeah.
Thank you, Doug, for the super chat. He says thanks.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
I also got nothing, Doug, and that means it's time for us to wrap it up.
Yep, you've had a long couple days.
Chad's gone down his pop culture wormhole,
rabbit hole,
whatever. Yeah, we've reached that point of the episode.
I think Billy also did.
Here we go.
Dr. Zoidberg, which I cannot do a Dr. Zoidberg.
Definitely don't try that one. You'll just embarrass yourself.
He did Hubert Farnsworth.
I encourage him off camera to do his things.
Good news, I can't. Bad news, everyone. I can do the bad news better than the good news for some reason.
Maybe you're just a negative person.
What?
Okay.
I guess that was him. Okay. That'll do it then.
That will do it.
That'll do it, Peg. That'll do it. Make some room here so I can press the buttons.
I was like, what are you doing?
Pressing the buttons. Thanks, everybody, so much. We will...
See you on Sunday.
Be back Sunday?
We will.
Sunday?
The next Sunday, I will...
The Sunday after next Sunday.
I will be absent.
Okay, but next Sunday, we will.
Correct.
We will see you then.
2 Sundays from now, it's Labor Day weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and we will not be on the air then.
There you go.
We will be taking a week off. But next week we'll be back. And we'll be drinking Joseph's Woodenville.
Yes, for sure.
Because How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare all of you? I think Patreon needs random chat impersonations. Thank you, Scott. I agree with that. Maybe it'll work out.
Hey, I'll give him an outlet. If you guys want him, he can do it.
Let's work and workshop things.
That's fine with me.
All right. Cool. So that means we will see you all next Sunday. Thanks for watching. Until then,
drink more bourbon.
bourbon.